Alright, so after some technical difficulties, I'm streaming now. So what we're gonna do for tonight is this gonna be like an old time stream. Back, if anybody's watched me since when I would used to fight Norwegian resorts, it's gonna be the same style video. I'm gonna go over all my footage that I've collected. This is not quite 10 months of information. It's since April. So I have about, I'm not exactly sure here. It's a lot of stuff. And all the stuff up until present day, or a couple days ago. This is on Green Lego Cat's video back on 4/16 of this year. And then this is me investigating a user on the same day, 4/16. I'm going to set up something a little bit different here so I can read the chat as well. There we go, that's a little better. And this is me when I was investigating one of them drag games. All that happened was I got kicked. And that was it. And then you go over this. This is kind of where everything started, where I started finding things. I've actually been on this, I've been investigating TSO since January of this year. Because it had kind of my attention. I had known about the Sisters Covenant but I'd not really done anything about them until the sister order came along, and then January. Then I joined TNO with the noobs order in around April, and that's when I really got into this. That anybody will recognize this from my other video, the investigating the sister's order. This is basically just the beginning, walking around the lobby of Gameoria before TSO was deleted. This is also 416. There's multiple clips of this too. Public demonstration of the crappy mechanics that were in that game. After that, still at the lobby here. 4 seconds, that's too short. Most of the staff that are in this like 416 video are not staff anymore. And then this is going all the way up through here. Which this is where nothing really is interesting here. And then when I entered the Asylum here, I didn't even say that right. Also, something with this game is that the outfits, the uniforms, they're pretty bypassed, and they're actually like a little bit too revealing, because if you look around, yeah, you can tell. And then this is when I went in. Wrong video again. Right, this is too far ahead. Alright. And this is when going in, and then for like, I think it was the second time I had seen what's in this game, because I had watched Green Lego Cat's video first, then I'd done some of my investigating of my own. Actually, that chandelier there, I had looked up, it's a sign. If you look at it from directly underneath, it is a symbol. I forget what name of the symbol it is, but it's in the emojis thing. If you like use a mobile device, it's in that. It's in the emojis. I think it's Hindu or something, Hindu or Buddhist. And then here's the graphical detail, the graphics of the game that are pretty disturbing. Some of these are really, really bad. I do not know how this got past the moderation filter. I don't know how that it would even pass. all the offices. I still get disgusted by this video. And this is going to the back, which is some statue of some sort, which I do not know. It would be interesting to know if that was the same one that's in the current game. Alright, and then after that, this is where, actually this was after now this was when I was locked in the cell. Yeah, this is really not all that, like, this is not all that special. You go out here, you go out to the, now one of the things that I noticed with this is the nurse will hand out a jar. And with the jar, it looks like it appears to be blood with an upside down cross in it, which actually it appears to be satanic. And then it did something when I clicked down. The blur lasts a little bit, and I cut the clip. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, Deep just kind of answered one of my questions. Yeah. Yep, exactly. That emoji right there, in the chat there. That is what I was talking about. Yeah, the wheel of Dharma. I couldn't remember it. Dharma. It's probably Dharma. It's not Dharma. That sounds stupid. Still standing in line. I didn't realize I was standing in line for that long. And then they had that makeshift fire that happened in there, and that was I think partial ritual as well. This is 416, 416. And then the frozen bodies and whatnot there. Actually, all right, let me skip back here, because walking in, yes, this was also what really bad things. Walking in, you have all the corpses here, but they're in very grotesque detail. and all the vines all over the building, that has some symbolism. Because if you notice along the railings up top, and of course I'm gonna have a cringe statement from the staff. Now that right there, that is disturbing. I mean, this is not kid-friendly stuff. And then this was it for 416. Moving on to 418, there's screenshots of the TSC TSO buildings, just to see what's inside of them. They are from leaked models, and I was able to get a hold of them and look around. Elori Simmer. Roast? I'll think of a roast here. Anyway, I'm just still looking. So this is all the stuff inside the buildings. Now this was also the I don't know what that it appeared to have some sort of use, which I thought it might just been an iron melt, but I don't know about that. Considering, remember, this is the Sister's Order. What do you yeah. The brazier here, it looked up what this was. It's basically for use for rituals and whatnot, and it was in the game. Right there. And then here's just a regular building, which they're useless and like there's nothing in them. And then you get this, then you got the old TSO church, which has all sorts of symbolism. You can look on the front, because you look on the front here, you can see you got the regular cross, and then you got the Ankh, which is the Egyptian symbol. Oh yeah, and you're getting muted. Put user in timeout. And then we go inside here. And you look around, and then you have that wheel of Dharma, I guess what you call it, but you have to look underneath that. And then you have, I don't know what that symbol was. I think most of these, and then some of them were Egyptian. Over here you have that, I think it's some Arab thing, I forget what that is. The Orthodox, what they call Jewish star, but it's actually one of the most evil signs in all of witchcraft. You have the yin and yang, and I can't see what that one is over there. Then you have the wheel of Dharma right here, which is what the lanterns are made out of. You got the Chinese, I don't know what the heck that is. You got the regular cross, the Ankh, and that's Taoism, I think. And then you get a good up front look at the building here. Look in here, you got the surgery room for the Dharma. You have all the rusty surgery equipment, which honestly does not look right. You have this one here. They were down in the middle. They had surgery rooms. I was never actually in the game while it was open. The yin and yang. What they call Jewish star, the David's star, but it's not. The Orthodox, I guess it's supposed to be Russian Orthodox. See, all of this is supposed to be one a one world religion. That's what actually, that's all, it's combining of all the ideologies, and they're not compatible with each other, but it's to make a one world religion. And that may sound insane, but it's actually close to what you may think. The Ankh, the regular cross. I don't know what that is, though. I only think the place I recognize that from is China's flag. And then you go up top, you have all the top deck here, which really didn't have much. You could tell the lanterns there were the same Dharma wheel. And then you got the sacrifice pit right here. And if you notice, they have the braziers around the edges. You look around, and there is 6 braziers. There's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You have the pit in the middle. There used to be the gold scene in the middle, but this is after Valindra removed it, because and then put the lava pit instead. I find that very odd. Well, actually, it makes sense that there's 6 that there's 3 on each side, so it's 6, and it's in a rectangular. Not rectangular. I don't know. I forget what it's called. All right. And then this is the church, kind of broken out a little bit. The surgery rooms are down here. Everything alongside. It's just I just took a chunk and deleted it out of it so you could kind of see through it. I took these screenshots on 4/18. The moon is from Islam. You're right. All right, moving on to 4/19. Back in the Game Area game. I think I was hiking up again. Still hiking through. Come to the top. And then we're at the entrance again. And then the bodies again. Outside they have the frozen ones, which it's not a kid-friendly attribute of the game, is to have corpses. It's sure they're just Robloxian corpses, but it still looks like a human. And then you have me looking around here, and then you look down. This was further investigation, just to see what's around the place. The playground, if you call that the playground, I would think it's more of like entrapment. Because as you can see, I'm trapped. And then, all right, this is the wrong clip here. Scroll down. And this is the cannibalism in action here. Which, this is not a kid-friendly thing at all. And then you got the blurs. The blurs are another thing. I think the blurs have to do with some demonic sort of thing. It has to be symbolic. And then here's the cannibalism a little bit. Wait, this is the same video, Dumbo. Alright. Wait, this is the same video. What? Keep clicking the same thing. I think it's down here somewhere. Down in the list here. Alright. And then I think that's... I couldn't quite find that there for some odd reason. I'm getting all confused here. So, has this video, which this is doesn't have anything from what I'm seeing. You have this one. Just trying to get to. This is me trying to escape and not work. Another one of them blurs. I don't think I'll find it. I'll find it in a later clip that's probably in better detail. And then you got the servers. The amount of people playing this game. Back on 4/19. This is entering the game again. I think my computer had crashed. This is going through a tunnel down to an odd place with the crystals, which is actually odd with all the bright colors, because bright colors are associated. I think that can be associated with hypnosis in some cases. And then a blur. Some more investigation. Down here they have crosses, looks like where they've supposedly thrown off people off the building, or something burnt or something of that sort. And this is hiking back out. So this is just this basic exploration. Oh, right here. I'm in a group recruiting Plaza server, and this user is advertising her group, and I believe she was a ranked member in the Sisters Order. And I mean, this is looks. I don't know if she's even a staff now. But it's the fact that that was being advertised there. And then you have the, I don't even know if that person's even the Universal Lucifer. That's right on the group wall. You have Ling Mang, which I don't really want to deal with him. Oh, that's right. That's right. When I said the mother, he says Ling says he's going to be on vacation, and then you have Valindra saying he's going to be on vacation around at the same day, which was also odd. And then you got another status 513. The Game Warrior is still up. You have this, which is bypassed. This still has the shaders there. You can still shaders and whatnot. This is technically that's bypass. You get this, all the inappropriate stuff here and whatnot. This is one of the most bypassed ones here. I think that's Fork. Eve and Valindra there. Yep, this is the bypassed clothing here. That is clearly bypassed. And then you have, this is the bypassed users. They see the bypassed clothing here. Another bypass clothing, the top. And then you have fork, which is, that's bypass clothing too. This is fork. I'll scroll down now. And this is perfect. I don't think she is a status pie guy, because, like, what do you expect from this group? My gosh. Diener, so it's a high rank. And then this is investigating the Querial game before TSO was blocked. I think that this is before TSO was locked. Going around the back of the island to see if there's anything, and there's nothing. And then after finding not much here, actually, wrong video. Oh, this is the wrong video. I went up too far. Video again, and then cut to the other side here. I think this is before it was, yeah, this was before it was destroyed, because you can see all they had scaffolding at one time. This is 608. And this is when my computer would go lag, because it was having issues for a while. Alright. And then do this one here. This game used to be terribly laggy. And then another lag spurt. Right. Can you, like, leave me alone, Ilari? Thank you. And then you have bypassed here. This is bypass clothing, obviously. That is by, I think I forget who that was exactly. And then you got bypass clothing again from Sparkle Cherry Bomb, who we will go over later in being involved with making a group that is totally satanic. Can you actually just leave me alone? I'm just going to continue. I'm going to, like, continue putting you in timeout, because I don't care. Alright. And also, yeah, since that was bypassed, that's all bypass clothing there. $6.10. Oh, and then this is just a quick thing of this is a story here. $6.10. And then this is further investigation of looking around. They have jail, alarm, they have a shock for some reason. They have seats, which is, I mean, those are odd seats. The chandelier. This is slightly, when I just like slicing it open, basically. It just cut off like the half of the roof and then looked inside, and it was like, you could see some of the buildings. It's not in that high of resolution. And then you got something here, which is, it's just kind of odd, given that there is a helmet there and there's a lava pool there. That is odd. This is the, I think, one of the medicine rooms in the back. This has, why is that there? And then you have the tables, which have excessive amounts of gore on them. Like there was experiments being conducted in here, which is, again, not a kid-friendly aspect. You got all the, whatever it is over there, all the chemicals and tools and whatnot. Then you have the room back here, which that table does not look like it's going to be used for good things. And then you have this in here, which is just, then you have the feces, which we'll get around to later. And this is also another pretty disgusting feature of the game too. And you have the beds. And then that's all of, I've tried to exclude everything from TFU because they were bothering me a lot at this time. Stole a whole town from Skyrim. Dre, I'll get around to the monster. Give me a minute. I'll be going over, actually, so after this here. So, this is a little bit more investigation, because I was, like, really into investigating this place. Oh, this is the cannibalism right here. This is where some of the... This actually starts to look not good at all. Because it looks like two different things are going on. Number one, the cannibalism thing at any angle looks disgusting. And also that angle there was not right. If you know what I mean. You can see there. Fairly brutal. Very brutal, in fact. I forget if I was actually game ended or not. I don't think so. But judging by that, by everything else there. And then, this is, actually, that was 6:21. And now we're going to move on to 6:26. This is, I think, the night when CSO got banned. And I think for other reasons, there is a reason why that was taken down. I think there was something else. I don't know. But anyway, they got taken out of the way at that time. Which then, the game was still up. The game can still run to this day, I think. And then 6:27.
Laid right down and died.
So, and then this is, I think I was in the game after it got banned, observing. And then I randomly got smacked here by a nurse and I start recording. And then this is cannibalism here. Which, this is a pretty violent depiction here as well. And then we got after that. We went to, and then I went 6:27 later, and then look what Valindra tried to do to get TSO back. Wait a minute, we were clean and pristine. We didn't do anything wrong. Bring back TSO. Yeah, okay. And did you notice he kind of changed his avatar? Him, yes. When I say him, I am right. And then you have, then your divine sister was born. This was made then. And, yeah. Well, he was in such a hurry that he couldn't even name the ranks when he was putting them in. Who does that? He was, and then this is another same screenshot basically. And then you have the query here. Which just was this was some of the bypass stuff here. So experiment 011, roasting Valindra. The noobs order an enemy. Some exploiters made it up. See, that was also. And all this hashtag bring back TSO was also something that was. Yep, and then you have all the staff here are not. They're saying, homophobic, 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 blah, 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 blah. Well, now I think this was a staff or something. Hold up. Let me check the chat just for a second. And then I think this was a staff. I don't know, but the lady TYR Annie, I guess, I think was a staff. I'm not sure. Whoever they were been pretty nasty to somebody in the game. That I think. Yep, see, this was also something else here. I think a staff or a high rank member or something like that. Mic up of the classic mic up in fencing. And then you have, this is 7-Eleven. You have the buy now in the game. And then there's those crosses with the upside down crosses with the blood in them there. This one's drained on its side. Which actually I believe that this was a scam because people are saying they couldn't get the benefits from this. And then this is also something here, is all the symbols here. But you notice something is that you have that, I think the Arabic, which I forget again, Muslim or whatever, yin yang. You have the David Star, which again is not David Star. You have, this is the swastika but it's from a different type because it's got 4 dots, and I think it's Hindu. I think it means something totally opposite. I think it's like peace. And then you have Taoism. You have the wheel of the Taoism, the regular cross, oh my gosh, I forget what that is again, and the Ankh. And inside there's all those, it's like a casket, which is an odd shape. That's odd to do something like that with. And then my computer lagged out again. Yep, alright. It's a Muslim, basically. And then you have some of the pictures here, just for a little closer zoom up in here. You can see, you can get a clear view of that version of the swastika. It's not really clear. It looks like Minecraft, but okay. Another one from this side. You can get a good look on this side from everything. The jars with the upside down crosses in them are sitting in here, and the casket is not full. You'd be curious to, I wonder how many squares are in that. Because remember, there is it's symbolic with everything in these games. Another higher detail of the shop stand here at the sanatorium. A statue that appears to, I don't know if destroyed or modeled to look like been gnashed at, like torn up by a beast or something. And then, wait a minute. I think I'm right. Yeah, right after this. This is a staff, a trainee right here. And if you read what that says, you know what they're saying. What whoever this was saying, look it up. Somebody here was saying if a kid is going to look it up, and if they do, this is what they'll see. Right down here, a staff had posted that right there. And down here, you had this is the same screenshot, same area. And then telling someone to take down, because kids might look up what the meaning of that word is, and that's what they would see. And all the staff person does, and no higher ranks like go after this person at all. He just goes like this. And no higher ranks don't even bother moderating or anything. Alright, now move over Sparkle Cherry Bomb. This right here is, I think, was in The Devil's Task by Sparkle Cherry Bomb. At the time, I think it was, I don't really know, but Sparkle was in TSO and was actually in, since this is Divine Sister, so yeah, she was in, it was a staff at the moment, and had a group called The Devil's Task. Well, this is, by that name, you've got a pentagram, you've got, I don't know, why'd you put a cross in the middle of a pentagram? That's pretty stupid. And then you have this over here. You have the candles at the ends, which we all know what this is associated with. Satanism, witchcraft, same thing. And you have, and then it looks like hell, basically. And you got a broken donate thing, which is just absolute garbage building. You got all the upside down crosses, which actually look familiar to a TFU game for some reason. And then you got the big pentagram in the middle. Right here. And you got Vlach standing in the middle. Then you got a different angle. And then you got surgery rooms, which this is not good when you think about the satanic surgery rooms. I believe there was a corpse on there as well. Wait, no, that was a... Yeah, I think something there. And then you have the brooms, which is a classic witchcraft type thing. Whatnot. I'm going to mute you for that. Wait, oh, wait, I thought I saw somebody else saying something to me. All right. Wait, oh, I'm muting any oppression now tonight, so. And then you got satanic / witchcraft thing here as well. You got what appears to be a voodoo doll, but actually this kind of looks like a totem thing from Minecraft. The snake, which is symbolic. They have a brain, skulls. That's a voodoo doll right there, and that's a heart, because that's satanic. Because it's a sacrifice right here. And then you have me. Right here is in bigger detail of what went into this. Fairly disgusting for on a platform that's made for kids. This is very disgusting. Like, when was this allowed on Roblox? Like, this is a literal sacrifice bowl. And then you have somebody over here. It's actually a skeleton. It appears to be sacrificed. And all this stuff over here. And a wild Vlach. And in here you have they have a cross for stupid. I don't know why you would do that. And you got over here the same mesh thing here. Another doll, lots of blood. Jar over there of stuff as well. Gas for some odd reason, and then the puddles have these signs on them, which side is symbolic. Everything in this is symbolic. Coming from a TSO staff, and there was TSO members in this group. You can see, and then there is a boiling room with this. This is all that type of stuff here. And then they have family pictures of a satanic family, satanic pictures of this, that. I believe it's the same game. All this stuff. This actually kind of looks like, you know what? Reminds me of Hollywood. I didn't make this stuff up, man. You got all the pictures here. I mean, if you want to go investigate, do this for yourself. Just don't get doxxed. It's a random game. Up, and then here is a bypassed. This is, I think, a staff, African Grande, or whatever it is. Just cringe. But I think she was was a staff. Well, obviously, that's bypassed. Obviously. It says 718, and then you get another view there. And then this is at the door here, again, for some odd reason. I forget why I was here at this day. This is 719, 720. This is Vlach saying that they did a sex change operation on Valindra once. And on Valindra, which is a character I do not have much info on. But I know that he is an absolute idiot. And that's the nicest I can say about him. Is idiot, because yeah. And this is in the hidden developer server went 623. But this was actually on it was typed on 623 and I screenshot on the 720. And then searching for Divine Sister here. Oh, and then this is all blah blah blah. Yeah, blah, remove the spammers, all this other stuff. Notice the amount of manipulation here is like, it's just something that would like, if you're kind of blind, you'll fall for something like that. And this is all the defense of, you shouldn't get the group locked again, blah, 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 blah. 731. And then you have Eve flipping out because people are spamming on the wall, which is just ridiculous. Flipping out over that, and then it's like, yeah, okay. And then this is on a group wall called the Helpful Robloxians, I think. And this is multiple times that I have asked to get moderation help to terminate this group. And Valindra himself and those other people. And they just ignore me, basically. They've ignored me the whole time. Because obviously this is on August 11th. And then this is August 15th. Which we don't know if this was a nose surgery or a you-know-what surgery. And then you have the nose thing, which we had thought might be, we thought that could be symbolic as well. Because the nose thing, if you were to flip the picture upside down, it kind of looks like, it looks odd as well. And all this thing, which we had thought might have been a gender surgery. This is the moderators again, not listening and just being ignored. And this is the group wall after aAAAAAAA had trolled. Actually, not trolled, more like confronted. And notice that down here, there's somebody who allegedly committed suicide. I do not know the truth of that. I've heard, I should be, and then you go up and they're saying immediately, just discounting it, that was just a fake story and blah blah blah. And Creeper Crazy, which I believe is Ling Meg, which most TNO members will remember him. Let's see here, you got the I don't want to hear anybody talk about this again. That's a fast shove off if you think. And then you got everything they try to just dismiss. And it's like, stop making a scene. She's like, I'm not making a scene. You see, you notice the way they try to push everything off. And these are all screenshots from everything here. 825. And then, please, no more. See right there. And you know what? This is also another thing right here. Is that after, if anyone knows about Flamingo making a video on, if anyone knows about a Flamingo making a video on Divine Sister, you will know that this is him, Luca Star, who he used a alt account to record a video. And actually, in the specific frame of the video, I am sitting right here. You can find me in the video, and I don't really, I mean, like, whatever. And if you ever see one of their videos, they have some inappropriate things in them as well. I had not known that was Albert at the time, so I just hung around. And here is another, that's a bypass clothing right there. And there's Kazor. And then you get this here, the lineup, which is something that's odd that they do the lineup like that. And this is all the crowding. This shows you how many people fall for this guy. I mean, they go mad. Even now when he goes streaming, he goes mad over him, and he's making money off this. I don't understand. Yo, you sent some screenshots. Hold up. I'll give you a hand here. HYB. Hold up. I'm going to help this guy out for a minute. There you go. Take an invite code. Actually, the invite code is to the moral order, so that is technically I kind of run that group. So, and then you have in here. This is showing off shows off the base the inappropriate clothing as well. Anything from shaders, which that's pretty disgusting, to the everything is just there's like basically bypass clothing. Well behaved, blah 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 blah. I shouldn't have been behaved. And then they do story, of course, here. Blah blah. Smart man in the audience. Luca. Yeah. Okay. Move forward. Alright, and then he just like can't speak. Albert just apparently cannot speak for some reason. And then you get over here. After I missed everything because I got blur, so. And like the amount of people in the game thinking he's like a literal god is ridiculous. Like, these people look up to this guy and I don't understand. And another thing here. Another line that they do. I did the playground, which also, actually I just noticed that this here has all the like things that were in Game Warrior there. Right here. Another line that they do. I don't know if it's just for screenshots or there's something with that. And right there. Oh, and right here it says this is a reference to the video, to one of Valindra's videos. We can only guess what the cucumber means. They need some Curb Your Enthusiasm. And then this is after Flamingo made the video. 22,000. It went from 10,000 to 22,000 overnight. And then there was the September. And then this is one of his first live streams in which he appears to not have any clothes on and doesn't do a thing to fix it. Another live stream, but with a inappropriate name. I mean, like, we all know what that means. And if you don't, I don't know how you don't.
You hear that? I think someone is having a nightmare.
Oh, and his voice modifier is killer. That's also something you can know he's a guy if you hear it through the voice modifier. And I'll have proof that he's a pedophile, and I will show that later.
Are we going to have...
And also, look at the donations. $14.99, and this is in USD. You have that's euros or something. And then you look at all the donations here, which is also something that's like $24.99, $24.99, $19.99. That's like, in that total there, that's $40. You got $40, and then 60 something. So probably like $80 from that, and it was kept growing. And this is me contacting moderator after moderator does not listen, of course. All right, and then we're going, and then 1019. But before we move to the most recent stuff from 1109, this is 1019. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to TSO images, and there is now for this. There's other pictures here that I had saved from other things. There is other bypass. I'm gonna go over these quick. This is the Africana Grande, but with different bypass clothes. The monster, which Dre talked about, right here. I really don't think it looks like the kid-friendly, nice of a creature, even in the horror genre, whatever. I don't even think so. The monster, that's something, one of the things. And this is just screenshots. And then in here, that is what I was talking about earlier. This is in the Game Moria game. This is going back. It's going back a little bit. A bypass clothing again. Another bypass clothing. Divine Sister ad. They started advertising for Divine Sister back when. I think they stopped running ads now because they got too expensive. Donatella's right here. Yeah, this is bypass. These are mostly, I think these are all staff. Face the gore in the game as well. How violent things got in this game. Another somewhat bypassed. There is the monster in more detail. It's actually pretty terrifying to even look at. My gosh. Here, hold up. And then you have random. Oh yeah, that's, yeah, yeet! And then you have this. You have in here, this is a while ago. These are not pictures from me. These are things I got from the DS Discord that you will never find my alts. And these are screenshots. Right here is supposed to be a dead body as well. It's corpse. Bypass clothing. Bypass clothing. And if you look here, it's the surgery room, which is pretty bloody disgusting, literally. And then you got the shaders, which that's bypass. Got that. That. And then you got absurd stuff like this. Worship this girl, the gay Allah. You got all the stuff here. This is the monster in a different picture here. These are the feces models, and I wonder if they still if they were, because they look the same thing, the same way. Unknown. That's pretty disgusting. And then you got some more here. They're chanting. This is from the. This is old, and I found this somewhere. But it's I think basically like dismembered bodies for some reason. I don't know what the heck. He was in the old church. And then right here is what I thought. Right here in Game Moria, there was remember the rug under. If anybody's like was looking at this clip before, you see that in between the rug here, there are skeleton hands and what appears to be, and then a blood pool. And it's inside there with all with the whatever they are, and then it's basically looks like a sacrifice ring. And then you got here, which was there was a picture of a nun, which is actually a latex. So you know what that means. This is fan art. Valindra on fire. I was trying to make a meme out of that. Art. And then you got the appeal. You got this one here. This shows the actual real disgustingness of this game. It's like all the, and then you have the appeal saying for the Sister's Order. When he goes, my username is Roblox in Roblox. Blah, 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 okay, blah blah blah. He's trying to just use LGBTQ to get around any sort of rules, which he successfully has done now. Spread positivity, blah blah blah, and yeah, but by what we've come across already, it's nuts, and he just uses LGBTQ to get around the rules. I'm sorry, but making you gay, if you're gay, you should not have special privileges to be a jerk. It's what it sure seems like. Everything's just, and then all this other stuff, and they didn't really. And then the denial, and then Roblox is just with such simple thing. Thank you for contacting us about this issue. Your group was correctly locked and will not be reopened. All right, time to go back now. All right, now I'm gonna start up here from. Now this is 1109, and this is some things in here. Now I found out that Valindra encourages underage activities, of which are not legal. I have seen that from his Twitter. And it breaks TOS. And then this is just simple things here, looking at the banning logs. Now, there is something here. This is recent. This is from aAAAAAA. And this is one of the things that shows that the moderators, that these Divine Sister moderators are actually the same type of people. Because this aAAAAAA is I found out that this Hound Airs guy, he had taken a picture of his sister and had put it as his profile picture. Well, and now he states that her name was Caitlin, hit by his sister, and she died being hit by a car. Well, obviously hereby you creep, and then you go down. And then you go down and you see, I'm going here. I'm trying to find the exact picture. And then you go, instead of insulting, make it a little before you think. And then you go down a little bit more. And you get this nasty response that the staff do not care about. This, I think she replies, this here. And she is being absolutely nasty. Even if this person was faking it, there's no way that's no way you should handle the situation. It's called honoring someone, remember them. And then this one was really nasty. Really freaking nasty. Now, again, the staff don't care. And then this here. These are the 12, 11, 12 here. And then this is. Now the guy was kind of on our side, so he was harassing the staff, which is fine. The 9 is my age. That was just a random screenshot. Who will do what? Who will do what? Let me see here. Hale Norris. Wait. Alright, and then I confronted about, you know what, there's going to be something. I'm just going to go straight to Valindra's Twitter for this. I'm just going to go to Valindra's Twitter. Just to show right here. So, all of you can see what I mean before I move on. You scroll down. And he talks about HIV. Which is right here. Now, notice with this here, he says, I took an HIV test, blah, blah, blah. Soy blessed that it came out as non-reactive after doing many many unholy acts. So many, it's just disgusting. He goes, I implore everyone above 15 years old to do the same. Mind you, the legal age for consent, I think lowest anywhere is 16. I mean, I think the reason he should have said 16 and older, not 15 and older. And he says, even if it comes out as positive, you'll live with holy medicines. So it's like, don't care. And I'm sorry, but this is not sex ed class. Why do you need? You're teaching up. You're not in school. Why are you talking about HIV? Why are you talking about STDs in general? All right, and then after that, going here, this just looks wrong. And then there's something I'll have to get to in a little bit here. There is a feces model in the game, and it is edible. I have proof of that. I will scroll down and get that as well. Right here. I'm not joking. You can find this in the game somewhere. It is literal. Looks like crap. And if you click that consume button, it actually plays an animation. And I don't know really what happens because I didn't have the guts to do that. And then after that, I'm going to go back up. And then you go up here, and I'm like, did you know that the feces eating thing is related to Satanism and scat stuff, if you know what I mean. Did you know what that means? And then now we get a response like that. That. And then back in TSO Winners thing, they had a goal team, which had any person was considered the he of the goal team, which I had said back in the old church. And then this is, I think that's it for today. Oh wait, yeah, I know. Yeah, this was a slight argument with the staff. Deciding to troll them for a couple minutes. About just proving them that the Bible does not support homosexuality. And they don't listen, and I get attacked by staff all the time. And then I get warned, okay, blah, blah, blah. So this right here is the end for now. I might make a part 2. I got most of the stuff here. But, yep, and then you go down here, and I stopped. These two things right here are one of the most major things here. The fact that he's promoting Satanism and it's scats on in a Roblox game and promoting underage intercourse is one of the things that these two things are one of the major things at the moment. And since he needs to be terminated for all this stuff, and so the people that were involved in this and who are spreading it, they need to be terminated as well. So I'm probably gonna end up the stream here. I will drop an invite to the Moral Order, and you can be free to join unless you've been banned for a reasonable reason. I'll make a permanent invite. There is an invite for you all to use. We have a screenshots channel, which I might go over in another stream. Just go over some of other people's info and whatnot. I'm gonna do. Does anyone have any questions? Yep, it's a risky move to put the invite there, but I really don't care. Show the pedophilia thing. Alright, I'll make sure I show that. So right here, this is the pedophilia. This is the main thing I've seen about his pedophilia here, is that he implores everyone above 15 years of old and telling there's sex ed class. That's why sex ed class exists. You don't need this random clown over the internet just promoting this, saying 15 years, blah, blah, blah. And basically talking about STD. There's no sense in that. And that's actually pretty much pedophilic. See right here. I'll link this to you so you can use this. I will keep that public. And then saying everything about this. And the fact that he's saying what he was doing after his so many unholy acts. We all know what that is. Anything else? Alright, I guess that's good. I'll do like a part 2. Thanks, I hope to do this again. Oh, I got Windows 7, I'm good. I have the Windows 98 theme on it. Partially just because I like old style. Probably next stream I'll be going over the screenshot section in the moral order. Alright, well thank you all for tuning in.